friends, today we're going to review Skills 5, Lesson 20. Learning targets. I can spell dictated 1 and 2 syllable words with the t sound spelled T and TT, the D sound spelled D, DD, and ED, and the F sound spelled FF, and the tricky word was. I can review and read previously taught tricky words. I can generate adjectives for nouns found in Kate's book. I can reread 2 good things and 1 bad thing and answer questions about key details in the story. Take out Skills 5 activity workbook. Turn to page 20.1 on page 99. We're going to take a spelling test. These words were introduced to you in lesson 16. I hope you studied them. Number 1, trucker. Trucker. The big trucker honked the horn. Trucker. Number 2, planned. Planned. I planned a big surprise party. Planned. Number 3, add. Add. In math class, we will learn to add 2-digit numbers. Number 4, was. Was. Yesterday was Monday. Number 5, kitten. Kitten. The kitten sipped on the milk. Number 6, duck. Duck. I love to visit the duck pond. Duck. Number 7, parked. Parked. She parked her car across the street. Parked. Number 8, offer. Offer. The man will offer you money for the coin. Offer. Once you are finished writing all of your words, leave this page in your activity book. We'll check it later. Let's review our learning targets. I can spell dictated 1 and 2 syllable words with the sounds t, d, and the tricky word was. I can review and read previously taught tricky words. I can generate adjectives for nouns found in Kate's book. I can reread 2 good things and 1 bad thing. Now, let's review some words that you were previously taught. Today, we're going to review some of our tricky words that we have learned so far. Read the word that appears. Tell someone next to you a sentence using the tricky word. 2, were. 1, be. Do. No. Some. Your. Which. All. Says. There. So. Here. Today. How. Picture. Where. Should. Of. Now, let's review our wiggle cards. Read the phrases on these wiggle cards and act them out. Switch on a lamp. Be in charge. Scratch your hand. Stretch your arm. Pinch your nose. Smell a batch of sweets. Plunge into a pool. Lunge and stretch. Let's review our learning targets. I can spell dictated 1 and 2 syllable words with the sounds t, d, and the tricky word was. I can review and read previously taught tricky words. I can generate adjectives for nouns found in Kate's book. I can reread 2 good things and 1 bad thing and answer questions about key details in the story. Let's review some adjectives. Unit 4, we learned about and used describing words or adjectives in our writing. Using adjectives when we talk and write, we can provide a vivid, interesting description of things for other people. We practice coming up with adjectives by thinking about our 5 senses, describing how things look, smell, taste, sound, and feel. I am going to give you nouns from Kate's book, and I want you to think of adjectives to describe them. Tell someone next to you the adjective you chose for each noun and why you chose that adjective. Let's do one together. My noun is Max. I might say that an adjective to describe Max is nice because he shared his hot dog with Kate. Your turn. Come up with an adjective to describe these nouns. Nan. Kate. Jack. T-Rex. The West. This is a cave. What type of coin did they find? Describe the Badlands. I can spell dictated 1 and 2 syllable words with t, d, and the tricky word was. I can review and read previously taught tricky words. I can generate adjectives for nouns found in Kate's book. I can reread 2 good things and 1 bad thing and answer questions about key details in the story. Let's review our story. Today we will reread 2 good things and 1 bad thing. Let's review what happened in the story. Bad thing. Follow along with me as I read. The next week, Nan said, I just spoke with Ron Fitch, the bone man. I've got 3 things to tell you. 2 of them are good things that you will like. 1 is a bad thing that you will not like. Tell me one of the good things, I said. Mr. Fitch got the test back. The bone that you and Max found is a T-Rex bone. Yippee! I shouted. I am glad that is solved. Max will be so thrilled that he has a T-Rex bone. Well, said Nan, that brings me to the bad thing. What is it? I asked, scratching my wrist. The bad thing is that you and Max will not get to keep the bone for yourselves. Why not? Did we do something wrong? Well, Nan said, it's because you found the bone in a state park. There's a law that says that you can't dig up bones in state parks and keep them for yourself. Bummer, I said. So who gets to keep it? The state. Mr. Fitch and his helpers will keep the bone and dig up the rest of the bones too. And that brings me to the last thing. This is a good thing? Yes. Tell me. They would like you and Max to visit them when they are digging up the bones, and they would like the two of you to pick out a name for the T-Rex that you found. Cool, I said. Take out your Skills 5 activity workbook and turn to page 101, activity page 20.2. And write your name and today's date at the top of this paper. Reread the story and answer the questions. Number 1. What sort of bone did Max and Kate dig up? Max and Kate dug up a T-Rex bone, and I found that answer on page 52. Why can't Max and Kate keep the bone? They can't keep the bone because they found it in a state park. That answer was on page 54. What will Ron Fitch do next? Ron Fitch will keep the bone and dig up the rest of the bones. That answer is on page 54. What name would you pick for the T-Rex and why? For Skills Activity 5 Practice Book 3 and reread the story The Hike to an Adult in Your Home. Learning targets. One last time. I can spell dictated 1 and 2 syllable words with t, d, and the tricky word was. I can review and read previously taught tricky words. I can generate adjectives for nouns found in Kate's book. I can reread 2 good things and 1 bad thing and answer questions about key details in the story. Happy learning!